Hello, I'm Courvoisier, the goddamn newt. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the subs and likes. It touches me right here. Much appreciation. Most importantly, I want to thank everyone for the damn insightful comments. This is the second of a two-part look at the Irish flag incident between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. In a previous episode, we explored the possibility of Conor using Floyd's attempts at eye contact to make Floyd submissive. In this episode, we'll determine if Conor can actually program Floyd's future behavior or not. If yes, how the hell does that work? And if any of this crazy shit has potential to give Conor an advantage on fight night. Plus, we'll explain exactly why Conor threw the Irish flag back in Floyd Mayweather's face. Every time Floyd Mayweather attempts to make strong eye contact, Conor McGregor immediately reacts with decisive, dominant behavior. This makes Floyd turn away, avert his eyes, or otherwise show complete submission to Conor. Once Floyd displays a sufficient level of submissive behavior, Conor rewards Floyd by reducing his overt expression of dominant behavior, thus lowering overall stress levels. Released from this submissive behavioral state, Floyd is able to once again move freely around the stage. He can do or say almost anything he wants, as long as he avoids behaviors that Conor would view as challenging. Floyd may insult Conor without issue, as long as it's of the gratuitous, non-specific variety. What Floyd can't say is anything challenging or any type of remark that confers limitation on Conor's autonomy or agency. This would be an if-then remark. If you think you're such a badass, then why don't you bet your entire purse on the fight? A strong declarative prohibition from Floyd will receive an even stronger rebuke. You don't do X, or you can't do Y. Conor always returns Floyd's statement with a challenge. Or what? It's a simple but effective rejoinder, once again putting Floyd on the back foot. Sometimes it's the little things that keep you off balance, just a touch awkward. Conceptually, operant conditioning describes how behavior and the environment interact. As applied in the real world, operant conditioning is a technique where the trainer, in this case Conor, modifies behavior in the subject, in this case Floyd, by creating a consequence in reaction to the subject's original behavior. 1. Floyd makes eye contact. This is the original behavior. 2. Conor reacts by showing dominance. This is the consequence for Floyd's behavior. 3. Floyd turns away or otherwise expresses submission. This is a new behavior created by consequences. 4. Conor reduces his expression of dominance towards Floyd. Positive reinforcement of the new behavior. And 5. Floyd returns to a natural state of behaviors. The stress has been removed. Poet and friend of the channel, Voltron Thundercunt writes, "Who care? Floyd didn't want to lose that payday just to stomp his punk ass no way. Floyd no respect for McNuggets." Great question from the VTC here, but can we get his spell check on the goddamn suicide watch? Seriously. Eesh. What does it matter that Floyd backs down a little when Conor gets uptight? Save it for the fight. I've read many comments to this effect. I can't argue with it on the surface. What Floyd is doing makes perfect sense. The problem is this type of behavioral conditioning has deep and long-lasting effects. Floyd is completely unaware it's happening. He's simply acting the way he feels like acting. Only Conor is aware that he's the reason Floyd feels that way. Now, that doesn't prove Conor's going to knock Floyd out, nor does it prove Conor will win a single round. Until Conor throws the flag at Floyd, their pattern of behaviors remain unaltered. Just rinse and repeat. Then, I've been blown away by so many well-considered ideas in the comment section regarding Conor's rationale here. I think best friend of the channel, Mazvik, summed it up best. I agree the flag was somewhat tainted and may have been a rejection of his gesture of goodwill to return the flag. It could quite possibly also be a rejection of the flag from the fan and their betrayal, i.e., how dare you give up this symbol to my, and supposedly your, rival, in which case the flag becomes no longer genuine because after all, the flag without meaning or intent is a piece of colored cloth. Yeah, I like that. particularly the piece about the betrayal. This moment is extremely important. I've ruminated on this frame so long, my original production schedule is now 3 days and 4 videos behind. I'll leave out more of what I think about this than I could possibly include. By throwing the flag back in Floyd's face immediately after Floyd presents it to him through a dignified gesture, Conor wildly disrupts the chemical expectations within Floyd's brain. Based on the established pattern of behavioral conditioning, Conor was obligated to back off his dominance over Floyd, which relieves stress, which then triggers a dopaminergic release that Floyd's brain is craving like a goddamn crack baby. Not only are reward pathways in Floyd's brain denied their shot of pure joy, to make it worse, Conor ratchets up the stress and his dominance beyond peak by physically assaulting Floyd. Conor crosses the line here. Both camps have admitted that it's clearly written in the fight contract there can be no physical contact at any time before the fight, nor any objects thrown or otherwise used to breach personal space or make bodily contact. Conor goes well beyond. This puts Floyd in a tough spot. What is he supposed to do? Stop the event? Take Conor to court for breach of contract? His only other options involve standing up to Conor physically. Floyd isn't about to risk losing a $300 million payday just to step up to Conor. Floyd walks away. He does nothing. That is the right move, the pragmatic choice. Even if Floyd was willing to risk losing the big payday by having a tussle with Conor, Floyd is 100% realistic when it comes to what would happen in a chaotic moment with Conor. Ultimately, Floyd has no choice, and that is the exact state Conor's been building toward since he first responded to Floyd's original call-out on Instagram roughly 16 months ago. I suspect that in this moment, Conor puts Floyd in a state of learned helplessness. Learned helplessness is a state of being where the affected person believes they are unable to change their situation. If forced into a situation where events are uncontrollable, the person learns that his behavior and outcomes are independent. Prolonged public humiliation without the ability to escape or obviate related stresses can produce learned helplessness. A person is at a greater risk if they are initially subjected to a structured environment where rule adherence is rigorously enforced by a meritocratic reward and punishment system, such as the military and some religious schooling. So what? Even if some of this crazy shit talk is true, on fight night, Floyd Mayweather is the best defensive boxer of all time. Conor is 0-0. This Uri Geller mind-bending bullshit is out the damn window, right? Honest answer, I don't know. We clearly observe evidence that Conor has conditioned Floyd's behavior. I assume Conor's ability is instinctual, not learned, probably a result of having the neural pathways of a visual thinker rather than a verbal thinker. If Conor was able to push Floyd into a state of learned helplessness, we will know it within 60 seconds of the opening round. Consider their agreed behavioral pattern one last time. Floyd breaks the established rule by making eye contact. Conor presents dominance as a consequence. Floyd submits to Conor's dominance. Conor reduces his level of dominance. Floyd's stress is lowered, and his brain produces the much-needed pleasure chemicals in his reward pathways. But the flag incident shows us Conor is willing to break the pattern by increasing aggression and dominance when he's expected to lower it, thus denying Floyd's brain its reward for being passive and spontaneously putting Floyd in a state of learned helplessness. To quote Martin Seligman, the first scientist to demonstrate learned helplessness in a controlled environment, helplessness theory demonstrates that prior conditioning can result in drastic change in behavior and explain why individuals may accept and remain passive in negative situations despite their clear ability to change them. Remember, this shit isn't supposed to be easy.